Hey!
Winners
Wow.
Better reaction from the forced crowd.
Yeah, they got better the second time.
They're not forced, but if they don't cheer
They
a little
are.
bit louder this next time, there's like 14 snipers sitting on the roof across us.
Wow.
So let's just try this one more time. Winners loud! All right.
Was it better? I can't hear them.
I couldn't hear them
Okay.
either.
I
thought it was solid.
I fear for
One
their lives.
more time.
For a second, I thought we got to mime the whole podcast.
Oh, that would have been interesting. Sign language? Do you know it?
No, I don't know sign language. I wish I did. It'd be incredible.
Yeah,
but no, that'd be.
It would be really cool. I feel like that was as electric as the way the game started today. But before even the game, when the mascot jumped off the roof.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was
Miles,
sick.
what are you doing?
I don't know. We need more
Oh,
roof
shit.
jumps.
Yeah, we do.
I thought that maybe it was like a demonstration for like how bad it is to be a Jags fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was
Well,
like, is
2-5 team playing a 2-5 team.
Yeah. But Jags have been worse off.
Well, after today, certainly.
Well, now they certainly are.
Yes.
Oh my God, it feels so good to be doing a winners lounge.
It's been a month.
It's been far too long, and honestly, this was so very needed. Like for just everything in Broncos country, from top to bottom. The owners needed it, the GM needed it, the coach needed it, the players needed it, the quarterback needed it. He's separate. The fans needed it, and we needed it. And more than anything, I think the fans deserved it, especially all the fans who came out here and just like made it such a great time.
Who's the furthest traveling fan? How far did they come that you met?
Australia?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Me
think
too.
that's the furthest possible place you can
it
go.
I
is.
think we're all talking about the same person.
20. Yes, of course. A shout out to Amanda.
I met a different guy from
Yeah.
Who did you
from
meet?
Australia. I wish I could remember his name. Sorry, bruv.
Oh, okay. What? So 28-hour flight
Yeah,
with one stop.
that's absurd.
Incredible.
I was thinking like you could just go to a game in Denver. And be closer.
yeah, it really would be. And so many awesome fans that we got to meet. Of course, fans from around the world, fans from so many different teams, but so many Broncos fans. And at first, it sounded like a Jacksonville home game, just because there was nothing that went right for the Broncos in the first quarter. So there was nothing to cheer for. So I literally had no idea how many Broncos fans there were until they just started taking over in the fourth quarter.
It was so sick. There was, let's go Broncos chants ringing throughout the whole place to the point where the Jags fans were booing those chants while their own offense was on the field and just created more noise.
What a cool atmosphere just for the whole game.
It was electric. We'll get to the atmosphere, but first I just want to give a shout out to the fans. I legitimately think this was one of the best weeks of my life, and so much of it has to do with all the people that we met and the way that they treated us and the way that they, thanked us for coming or thanked us for putting the stuff together and, the podcast and what it means to them and listening to it on the train on the way to work and just like every single thing. And we met people from Iceland, Switzerland, London, different parts of England, Australia, like you mentioned, Germany, tons of people from Germany. You just go on and on and on and on.
And Denver, so many people from Denver
Of
that
course.
flew out and
Salt
we
Lake
got to meet
City.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
New Jersey. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Oh, yeah. So cool. And also, we met so many people who have been forced to listen to us. So shout out to significant others. Sometimes they're listening to us when they're in bed.
Apparently.
And so shout out to those people.
Yeah, I was told I ruined someone's sex life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because all the man wants to do is listen to the podcast late at night.
Nothing's better than bringing 3 other guys into your bed with you.
Yep. Second best thing I heard was hearing your voice in person reminds me of my honeymoon because that's all we did on our honeymoon is listen to your podcast.
Oh, boy.
That's the way it should be.
Enjoy the rest of your marriage.
Do we set up like a Discord support group?
Yeah, we probably need to. Yes,
Like,
yes.
Just all the significant others who have to deal with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So this was incredibly special. The tailgate today I thought was just the cherry on top.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. So many people, and it was just vintage, like European style.
And when I talk to people, they said, "What do you think of the game today?" And all I could muster up was like the vibes are just too good. There's no way they can lose. And that was the best reason I could give for why the Broncos were going to win today, and it was right.
The first quarter, though, oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness, that was concerning. It was bad. 6 yards, a pick, more interceptions than first downs.
This is what
Man, I love RG.
Yeah.
I love RG. He's making me feel like the funniest guy here.
Yeah, he'll laugh at
Zach,
everything.
will you read this tweet that I had typed out in the first quarter that I was like, I don't want to ruin the vibes completely
Okay.
on Twitter, but so I saved it in my drafts. This is what I had wrote.
I'm going to read it entirely as fast as I can. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day. I will not let the Broncos ruin my day.
There it is.
Wow, that was pretty fast.
That's
Thank
how I
you,
felt in the
thank you.
first quarter, and I was like, it's too early for this. Too early. Can't send this out. Things
Yep,
can still turn
yep,
around.
yep.
But it really did in that first quarter feel like the entire season.
gosh.
I mean, from the very first throw of the game, Russell Wilson throws it damn
been
near right into the heart of a Jacksonville Jaguar, and it's
terrible.
like, oh, God.
Cortland Sutton's best play of the day.
The
Yes.
pass breakup.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
Easily.
I'm not even kidding.
No, there's not even like a block you can point to.
Yeah.
That was the one real plus
Oh.
play.
There's a missed block you can
Yeah.
point
That sure is.
Back-to-back weeks now.
to.
Yep.
I turned to Spencer and I just said, those receivers just refuse to block those plays.
Which is insane because you're blocking for other receivers.
Yes.
Like you're blocking for your other homeboys.
Yes, 100%.
Really quick, before we go any further, shout out to our presenting sponsor, DraftKings Sports.
Ryan.
I gave you time, man. Yep. You can just maybe who you're pointing to the
It's
live
you.
audience.
I was
That's on you.
yeah.
Point inward.
I was just saying,
Ryan, you
like,
never look inward.
I was just pointing like that's
He
like what you
doesn't.
say. You go shame, shame.
Oh, to your dog?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's Monty
Who are you
Python.
shaming?
Maybe shame the whiskey.
Shame.
Okay, there we
Shame.
go.
That's
Now
not
we're good.
whiskey. I just lost my voice a little bit, so
Oh,
it's
apple
voice
juice?
reconstruction juice.
What flavor? Oh yeah, of course it's tea.
It's whiskey flavored.
It's whiskey flavored, 44% water.
That is Winsky, my friends. But I really do need it because after that first quarter, things got fun, and I legitimately had, I think I can say this confidently, the most fun I've ever had in an NFL game.
Really?
Whoa.
So you were having the time of your
Yes.
life,
Wow.
baby.
Where's my guy Sergio? He should have been here. It was so great. I don't want to talk too much more about like atmosphere and all that stuff, but I will say this: the people just in this city are so awesome.
Yeah.
And we were just surrounded by Brits who were just there for fun, and a lot of them were thinking like, "Oh, I guess we're just Jags fans. Like that's what we have to be." And we're like, "No, you guys are Broncos fans." And they're like, "Fuck it, all right, we're in."
Okay, we are.
And they were so much fun. Like they were committed to having the best time they've ever had, and so we had no choice but to do that with them.
And it was so cool. It was an outdoor press box, first one that I've ever been to. And so we got to feel those vibes, and it was the coolest atmosphere that I've been in while covering the Broncos. Maybe it's because they ended up winning.
Time of your life?
The time of my life, baby.
They beat the Jags. How could it not be?
I didn't know that British people loved Sweet Caroline.
Oh,
As much as they did. I
exactly.
mean, that was so cool. So that was what, the song that everyone voted on?
Yeah, there was 3 choices. I don't remember what they were, but it landed on Sweet Caroline, which I did not expect.
No. In fact, I told Henry,
don't
whatever
like that
option
song.
3 was, I was like, it's going to be option 3. And that was option 1.
Option 1 dominated,
Yep.
and they played it in there. And that's like an all-time stadium moment for me.
Yep.
90,000 people, the biggest crowd ever for an international NFL game, all singing Sweet Caroline at the top of their lungs, and it was like palpable. You could feel it in your bones.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, you can tell the part about.
Seriously,
You pointed it out to me.
It was wild. I mean, like everybody's just sitting the entire game.
Yeah.
Like all the way through, like they're just saying, like yelling
Not
and
us.
stuff. But then as soon as Sweet Caroline starts up, everybody just stands up in unison.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? It's like as soon as it's Sweet Caroline, everybody jumps up and starts singing. What the hell is that? It's like it's a 7th inning stretch or something.
And they're showing everyone's arms around each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Everyone's holding hands.
Yes, it
like-
was.
It's like we left a football game and just
Yeah.
wound up at a
sing-along.
1960s middle of a farm type of concert.
Yep.
Oh, middle of a farm concert in the 1960s. Really specific, but
Woodstock.
you brought me there.
Woodstock.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm sure it happened other places too.
And I mean, how they love the kiss cam there too. We don't
They
do that
did.
at Broncos
missed
games.
the
We
kiss
do
cam.
that at Avs and Nuggets games, but not Broncos games.
I didn't see the kiss cam.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, they went crazy for the
what
kiss
if
cam.
You were on it.
That would have been rough for me.
Wow.
But I was sitting next to Spencer most of the game.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah.
And RG. So yeah, it could have been electric. Anyways, okay.
So shout out to the fans, shout out to the environment, shout out to Wembley. It was awesome. Oh, one more thing about Wembley. I don't know if you saw this. At the end of the game, they're mowing.
Absolute unit.
They're mowing the grass,
Yeah.
just like they do after Broncos games.
Huh?
It's dudes in just push mowers. Yes,
They do it by hand.
8 of them just walking, and I'm like, what are we doing here? There's like drivable ones that take up 10 feet.
Yeah, what we've seen.
They've used all their ingenuity to create shot glasses inside of plastic cups
true.
so you can make a Jaeger bomb just like right there. Like,
Yep.
That's and honestly better use.
Yeah,
better use. Better
you're
use
right,
of the
you're right,
engineers
You're
here.
right, because we didn't have to mow the grass.
No, the
Yeah.
grass will get mowed eventually.
Yeah.
Back to the game. This game saved everything. It saved the season for now.
Yep,
It saved Nathaniel Hackett's job
it did.
for now. And it may have just saved the Broncos from trading away some of their best assets
So
for now.
for now, but does that also mean that it may be saved next year and the level that the team can get to next year?
Quite possibly.
Big freaking win.
Yeah, it's really that big now. Would I be shocked if they turn around and still make a big trade? Not necessarily.
No.
But it's certainly something that while George Payton is sitting on a jet right now, flying back to Denver, he's thinking about.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's looking
yeah.
at the schedule and he's pointing to it. I keep getting conflicting reports on the schedule. Can someone bring it up exactly for me? Obviously, bye week.
Yep.
Then Nashville.
Yep.
Then what?
Then the Raiders at home.
Okay.
And
Raiders.
then the Panthers.
He's looking at this and he has to envision not just 5-5, but 6-5 is on the table.
Totally.
Can I just say
Do your
one
thing. Yep.
down
Yeah,
thing?
you gotta
Yep.
do you gotta do you.
Titans thing scares the hell out of me. I actually don't know what the Titans are doing this week. I know Tannehill's not playing because he's hurt, but the one thing about this defense, and they're able to weather the storm of this, but the run defense is concerning as can be. Travis Etienne goes off for 160 yards, 6.5 yards per carry. What's Derrick Henry going to do? So to your point really quick, and we don't have to get into the Titans, but they definitely could be 5-5, maybe 6-5 if they go on a run here. But that is the biggest thing that concerns me about those next 3 games.
Yeah. Fair. They're gonna have to be able to stop the run. I think with the Titans it's a little bit different. Just because it's what you game plan for entirely, and I think that was a little bit different than what we got today, but it's certainly a concern. Thankfully, we don't have to think about that concern for a good bit here. This was it's so weird to beat the Jags in London and feel like it was like a monumental win.
That's what happens when you're without a win for a month.
Yeah, but it really does feel like it could have gone so south from here. And there's always going to be the people who say, well, they would have been better off doing that anyway. They should have fired Hackett and they should trade all these guys. And maybe that's the case in the long term. But as for right now, this was just a season saver.
Well,
At the very least, it's a season saver.
Well, and let's just talk about the first quarter when it was going so poorly. George Payton was sitting 2 rows behind me. And typically George Payton and all of the executives are in their own box, in their own suite. No.
I could surmise a lot from this, but go on.
He's in the press box 2 rows behind me, and I just happened to catch a glimpse of him with like 3 minutes into the game. And I was like, oh, shit, what the hell is he doing here? And I'm like, oh, that's a great vantage point for me to continue to look and see what his reaction is. First quarter was so bad and depressing. And I'm thinking, Hackett may not get on the flight after this. Trades are probably already lined up for Judy, KJ, Chubb, Dalton, Reisner. None of them to that point had done anything in the game yet. And it's like, what is happening? And then they get the win, and it's like, well, Hackett, you could tell after the game, too. When we talked to him post-game, you could tell, whew, okay, I get my job for the next 2 weeks, don't have to be going on a 5-game losing streak headed into the bye week. And then these players too, Jerry Jeudy we talked to him after the game. He was as happy as I've ever seen him.
Yep.
As comfortable and confident as I have ever seen him.
Did you see KJ running up to Russ during his presser too?
Yeah, they give him a little smooch or was it just a hug?
I don't know. I just know he ran up to him while he was on the field and kind of like grabbed him and hugged him.
Yep.
And it's just so funny because
Pretty different reaction from a couple weeks ago.
I was gonna say that one, for whatever reason, doesn't go viral.
Yeah.
You slam your helmet down and you're cursing the high heavens, then that one does go viral. But again, it's just so weird to try and kind of put into words what this win means for this team, but it's kind of undescribable. But those little moments explain it, right? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, KJ Hamler loves Russ because he hit him with a deep bomb on the biggest drive of the game.
Yep.
And that feeling going into the bye week lasts 2 whole weeks now.
Yep.
It's not something that just goes away tomorrow because they go to practice and they were on the wrong page. Like this type of thing is what can turn a season around. Will it? Only time will tell. But having this feeling and this trip where they bonded probably more than they've ever bonded as a team. I assume based on the headline you sent me, that was something that was said in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we can talk about that in just a second. But having that to compound on top of this win, to compound on top of the feeling they had where they went and won the game with a game-winning drive, the confidence that comes from that, all of these things, they scored 21 points, which maybe shouldn't feel like they crossed some sort of threshold, but they did. So
20-pointer.
All of that, putting it together, and then combining it with the bye week and saying, hey, now not only do you have all this, but you can build on it, is monumental.
Yeah, it is. And now, talking about this game specifically, I have a question for both of you. Draymond Jones, after the game, said the thing that made this so special was it was a complete team win. Offense, defense, and special teams. And he made a comment, and I don't have the exact words in front of me, but his comment was, in fact, the offense did more for our win today than we did. Ooh. They picked it up more than we did. Do you agree?
I do.
Yes.
Ooh. It's close. It's really close. I think that it wasn't a spectacular performance from the defense. It was a good game. The offense, I felt like...
I actually thought it was a bad game with a good result.
For the offense.
For the defense.
For the defense, okay.
They're just so good in coverage.
I know, they really were.
And that's what really bounces out. But when you give up that much on the ground...
a former first-round pick quarterback, though.
No, to me, it was just like they weren't sharp for who they are. But, Trevor Lawrence threw them the ball twice. And that's essentially the difference in the game. So that's why I feel like, I shouldn't say bad game. Not up to par game for how good they really are, in my opinion. That had a really good result.
In the grand scheme of things, a good game.
Whereas,
when you look at their talent, maybe under expectations.
Whereas the offense outperformed what we expected from them. And I mean, no one... Well, actually, people did expect something from them. They expected the worst possible things that could happen. And they went out there and they scored 21 points, and they won the game with a game-winning drive.
Mm-hmm. They did. And so wait, what's your answer?
What was the question?
Did the offense do more than the defense
Yes.
in this win? Henry, do you agree?
Just barely, but yeah.
Just barely, but yes. Man, the defense, I mean, I can't get up. I think they gave up, let me pull it up right now, 191 rushing yards.
Yep.
They gave up 101 on 6 yards per carry. That's so bad. Mm-hmm. But if Justin Simmons doesn't get that interception, the game's over. You go down 14-0.
I agree.
This team is done. Nathaniel Hackett is done potentially after this week. You're getting guys traded. I mean, the Broncos aren't coming back from 14-0. Not with this Russell Wilson we've seen so far. So that was huge. But then what was also huge, to give the offense credit, the 98-yard drive coming out of the second half, or in the third quarter, I should say. Not only the only touchdown that the Broncos have had this season in the third quarter, but it totally changed the game. I think everyone was saying when the Broncos had the ball down at the 2, everyone was saying, oh, well, it's going to be a 3-and-out. It's going to be a really tough punt backed up.
Where's RG? Go on.
Is that what he was saying? Or
Yeah.
was he
Yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah. Shout out RG. I think he's passed out.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him. And then they go down and put this drive together, led by Greg Dulcich. He had 1 catch in the first half for 9 yards. Then he goes into that drive, 3 catches for 78 yards.
Unbelievable. You've heard of old Greg. That's young Greg.
Oh, man.
Young Greg went wild.
And about the complete opposite of old Greg.
Yes, although long hair, they share that in common.
Oh, they do. And actually, you know what? Let's just hand out our DraftKings King of the Game to Greg Dulcich. 4 catches, 87
round of
yards.
The light is lit up. There we go.
Wow, weak crowd. Oh, well, they're already dying off, so.
Yeah.
Well, sleeping off.
One by one.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got picked off by the snipers for not getting
Oh, it's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
Or they got picked off by Justin Simmons.
DraftKings King of the Game is Greg Dulcich, mostly because he, what's the word I'm looking for? Came into his own in this game. It was, everything we've kind of talked about for weeks now being like, okay, Dulcich could potentially unlock this offense. And on the 98-yard drive that completely altered the game, he was everything that you thought he could be, everything you wanted him to be. And to be honest, we should be talking about Greg Dulcich. How many catches?
4.
We should be talking about Greg Dulcich having 5 catches for 140 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. Russ, he was wide open.
I think he was trying to throw it to KJ. He didn't know that Greg was that open.
Yeah.
But you can't miss him that open.
That was such a tough one. I mean, you can't miss him.
No.
He's running wide open up the sideline.
Yeah.
You've got KJ on the seam too, but he's wide open on the sideline.
Yes.
But that's a scramble drill. First guy you see open, you throw to.
No, but
KJ's not even open.
But Dulcich was open a second and a half after the play started.
Yep,
and
fair.
the corner was there. It had to have been zone with the way the corner kind of just
coverage.
he kind of just when Greg ran by him, the corner just said, "Oh, well, the safety's got it behind me," and the safety had KJ instead, and Dulcich was wide open. And then I don't know if KJ ran the wrong route, if Dulcich was supposed to hook, but then he decided, well, I'm wide open if I keep running, so I'm going to keep running. If it was that can't be the play design where those two meet there.
But it's so late down the field that if you're coming.
Yeah, did KJ start on the right side? I actually don't remember.
No, I think he was either outside or in the slot. I think he was outside, maybe moved inside.
I think Dulcich was on the outside.
Kind of. Oh, did he start outside?
I think so.
Maybe. I know there's a little outward bend, so he must have been in the slot. KJ must have been in the slot right there.
Okay.
But he probably just drifted a little too far. And again, like if you're running just a little bit of a slot fade, that angle's going to take you out there after a while.
Yep.
But I don't know. It'd be nice if he looked over and realized, like, oh, Greg Dulcich is wide open. Let me hold this inside, keep the safety away.
Whose law is it that if 2 lines aren't straight, they'll hit eventually?
Darwin.
Sounds like...
Couldn't be.
No? You don't think so?
I don't know. Does
Why
that feel
can't that
like
be?
evolutionarily related?
No, I don't think so. It seems like maybe it's Newton.
Newton.
Oh, yeah, it's Newton's 2 lines never touch.
We have a teacher
Is
who's
it?
nodding. I don't know. Could be anything.
It's Newton?
Definitely not Darwin.
Yeah,
Well,
certainly
hey,
not
I
Darwin.
gave it my best shot.
Yeah, I mean, we're off by 1,000
No one
years
else
or
is.
so.
Hey, Hank, we're still waiting on you.
You want to throw someone in?
I mean, Newton's not a bad guess.
Oh, my gosh.
I
you
don't
just
know. Who's
tagged
the line
along.
guy? Who's the line guy?
Pythagorean?
Oh.
No, because his
No,
lines,
I bet-
his lines touch.
I believe
his
it's
lines
Greg
touch.
Pythagorean.
I bet the touching lines were before him even. Because he was doing all the angle stuff.
It's
You
true,
come
he
up with
figured out,
this
yeah.
thing well before.
Let us know in the comments.
Wow, this is...
This is thousands of years. You got to go back.
No, this
Truly.
is just embarrassing.
It
What it is.
I'll say
on us.
Romans.
Oh.
No, Greeks.
talking
No, we're
Greg-
not.
Greg
no.
Roman?
We said one person, and you're pointing to an entire history.
Well,
you don't
okay,
get it.
ancient Greece.
Yeah, that's not going to do
That's
it. for me.
that's
It's
still
gonna work.
not one person. But really quick, something that we do know about is Game Time.
Ooh,
Our friends
we needed
over
Game
at
Time in our
Game
lives
Time.
out here.
Oh my gosh, I know. Was it kind of tough to get tickets for this
Yeah.
game? Yeah. Allie's nodding her head right
Wait,
away.
I don't know if anyone even knows this story that right before we went to bed last night, we had already bought tickets.
Okay.
And then, I'm saying, we were lights out, and then Allie gets an email that just says, your tickets have been canceled.
Oh
Yeah, it
no!
wasn't fun.
Was it from a third party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Third party, non-game time. We would have obviously used game time, but they're not out internationally. So we had to use a different one. Experience was bad. Price was worse. And it just made us miss game time so much.
Oh, I bet. Definitely. Oh, and game time's so easy because all you have to do, especially if you want to go to a Broncos game, click on the link in our description. If you're listening on podcast, it's in there. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right below the video. Click on that. It takes you out of the Broncos games, what you want to see. And now, you might want to buy soon because if you want to go to a game, prices may be rising now that the Broncos got a win under their belt. They were falling. Probably buy pretty soon.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Exactly. And if they beat the Texans when they're coming home to play the Raiders, or not the Texans, the Titans, that ticket's going to be even more expensive. So check out Game Time. I know tickets were falling. Get in now to see what they're at now. Click that link in our description.
It's a strong breeze.
Oh my gosh! Breeze. So we right before we start the pod, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be so cold.
Yep.
Let's close the window. I'm told no.
It was
we cannot do that.
Microphone.
Ryan just closes the window because he's getting a little chilly for himself. No. But now I'm just getting blasted by the cold.
Yeah, he really did angle that at you
he
too.
did. He's like, let's just make this.
I put it right back where it was. It's as open
I'm kidding.
as it can be.
You can stay comfortable.
I was just trying to get there was like a breeze just going straight off this into my microphone. It's quite annoying.
I'm just giving you crap. Right?
Properly annoying.
It's okay.
One of the reasons I'm excited to go back to America, and there are a few, is that I can get more liquid death. The water situation out here is not my favorite in a lot of different ways. You know, you go out to eat, they want you to drink either warm water or sparkling water. Neither are good options. Nobody has ice. You come back here and the tap water.
The ice thing.
I don't
like just
know.
not having it. It is weird that they don't believe.
Technically, warm or like lukewarm water is healthier for you.
Bullshit.
I just don't.
It's
that
not
is
bullshit.
Isn't
true?
Yeah, that is what they
bullshit.
say.
But what is it? But why is that?
Science.
But why?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh,
I've just heard that before too.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's just that. Yeah, exactly. It shocks your system. I'm not going to get my system shocked and die. I'm just fine. I can drink cold water and be just fine. It's the elderly.
What did he die
The
of?
elderly.
Oh, he shocked his water. Well, he shocked his body with some cold water.
Sounds like one of Spencer's pets.
I heard a story.
What did you say?
We all thought of the same thing.
Yeah. One of Spencer's pets.
Well, we just heard a story about a guinea pig who died because a garage band was so bad.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Look, I can drink cold water. I'm going to be fine if I drink cold water. I don't need any of this warm water garbage.
I've heard that drinking cold water burns more calories because your body has to work to heat it up.
Oh, don't stress your system.
Yeah.
Don't stress the system.
Wait,
You
but
shock
then
the system?
I'm confused though. If you don't want to die from cold water, why do you want to drink liquid death?
Because I'm killing my thirst. I'm not killing myself.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm drinking all
Important
mango
distinction.
nectar right now because I don't trust the water around here.
Imagine if you had mango
people
liquid
were
death.
asking what you were drinking.
Oh, yeah. This is some mango nectar. But what I really want...
He said you can't juice a mango. Feels like we're not trying hard enough.
Good point.
That's
it's just
probably
like
how you
oat milk.
produce that.
No,
is by
it's
juicing
nectar.
it.
You
It's
nectared
nectar?
it.
How do you nectar it?
Isn't that
How
like
do you nectar something?
reproductive somehow?
No.
We got to keep
Oh
going.
my god.
Okay.
He's like, when one mango likes another mango.
What the fuck was that?
I was playing a video into her
Oh,
phone.
okay.
Yeah. She's not amused by our podcast.
No.
She had to go to TikTok.
Oh my
so bored.
goodness.
I'm
Yeah.
on YouTube. I'm blocking
Sure.
or putting Winter South in
The-
timeout because he's just shitting on us.
The point is, I want mango chainsaw liquid death, and I'm stuck with mango nectar.
Nectared mango.
It just makes me more thirsty. Yeah,
Fair
but
enough.
liquid death is awesome. Go drink some for real. They've got different sorts of stuff from the sparkling, if you like that, to the still and the different flavors and all those sorts of things. Go get liquid death. I was thinking Delta O'Neill. At your local
shout out.
Safeway,
That's
7-Eleven, King Supers, Stinkers, or Ulta, or find a Liquid Death retailer near you with their store locator tool at liquiddeath.com/DNVR. That's liquiddeath.com/DNVR.
Also, shout out to us. Apparently, most romantic place on earth,
Ooh.
the DNVR bar.
Oh, why
where
so?
Someone was just proposed to.
Oh.
I asked for names. I didn't get names.
Okay.
But
congratulations.
there was a DNVR bar proposal, I believe our first ever. We've had a DNVR bar rehearsal dinner.
Hey.
We've had a DNVR bar post-wedding party. I think a couple of those, actually.
We've had couples meet at the bar and then get married.
Yes, we have had people meet at the bar, then get married, but a new first DNVR bar proposal.
Do we know if it was successful?
It was successful. She said yes.
To the dress?
No, to the ring.
That will come.
Okay.
That's later.
That will be
Yeah.
coming.
hope.
Yep.
We'll work
she
on
hates
the
all of
whole
them.
process
Yeah.
at some
Yes.
point.
Congratulations.
But
Hey, live
Congratulations
audience.
Do we have to-
happy couple.
do we
they're
give them
not-
something
they're
now?
not about it. Maybe a pint.
Prop a pint.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah. You
Strawberry Scott.
gotta give them something, you know? Like you earned it. You didn't hear, now you get
A new car.
a new car. Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Anyways, come by the DNVR bar if you too would like to find true love.
Jacob, or who was it here? Someone said that you were wrong. Hoppy Hour 16 said nectar attracts pollinators, Zach, so it is reproductively
I knew this
driven.
shit was reproductive.
No.
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
That's
how accurate
reproductive
that is.
Yeah,
juice.
but that's
Yes.
not. That's not. No.
Henry loves drinking reproductive juice.
No, that's not what I said.
let's
No.
not.
It's different for
Let's-
plants.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
different
get it
for plants.
together. Let's not go down that road. Go down another road.
that is disgusting.
That
you
is
two.
disgusting. I don't even want it anymore.
All right, so Broncos.
Think
have to
about
finish
how
it all by
ma-
tomorrow before
how
we
much
leave.
juice that is of
Nectar.
reproductive.
Whatever the opposite
lot.
of reproductive juice, that's what whiskey is.
Imagine how many plants it takes.
It kills any love.
It does.
Wow.
We met so many Broncos fans today, including on the tube. That was dope.
We did.
Oh,
We
yes.
did. Shout out to everyone.
Yes,
It
the
was so
tube.
cool to meet up. Not just today, but throughout the entire week. So many people came to London, came to our events, saw us on the street. It was so cool.
I could cry, legitimately, over how sick that was.
Hank might drink that if you do.
Also,
Oh no.
wow, that's weird.
That's weird.
You guys were talking about
It's
the
a
weird
plant.
stuff
It's a
earlier.
plant.
It's classic Zach, just always making something a little too
I talked
weird.
about your tears. Not
I'm trying to get
reproductive
us away from this
juices.
From a
conversation.
plant.
Get out of
Not
here.
from a person.
There isn't much I can do besides mute
That's like
you
drinking
guys or
salt
messing up
water.
the audio like I did earlier.
Gross. You vomit.
I just have to say
No, don't keep going.
Okay.
the English accent is so sick. Like, all I want to do is talk in it, but I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's a constant struggle for me.
Yeah. Yeah, just probably don't.
I think so too.
It is
but
really cool, though.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were like out and about, I would just hold it all in. Then when we would get home, just strictly,
Yeah, you would.
yeah, I had to like release that energy somewhere.
That's why we're never ending this pod, so that you can't go back to that.
Oh no.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
You guys are in for a good one.
A good one.
Yeah, proper. Surely.
Surely.
Anyways,
Tempo?
so let's talk about these potential trades.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where are you at now? Have you changed?
Well, report came out this morning. Yeah, this morning. It's been a long day in a good way. From Adam Schefter saying that multiple teams have still reached out to the Broncos about Bradley Chubb and that one team has offered a first-round pick.
Wow.
This win did not change my stance on that.
Yeah.
If you get a first-round pick for Bradley Chubb,
It's a hard yes.
you take it in a heartbeat. However, the Broncos did not accept that. Now, maybe
How did
maybe the Broncos said we're going to wait until after the game. To me, that's silly. If anyone comes at you and says, "Here's the first round pick," you take it right away. Even if it's on Friday and it messes up your game plan a bit, you don't wait on that.
You don't want them to have second thoughts.
So I kind of wonder if at least that part came from the Broncos. Hey, Adam, I know a lot of teams are reaching out about Bradley, but one of them may have offered a first-round pick to get other teams around the league to be like, shoot, if we want Bradley Chubb, I've got to give a first-round pick in order to get him. So if you get offered a first-round pick, I don't know why you're waiting.
It is risky to play that game, though, because if you say we got offered a first-round pick, and on Tuesday they accept an offer for a second-round pick, then we all just have to sit here and say, well, wait, why didn't you take the first-round pick if you could have had a first-round pick? Again, then they say, "Oh, it's just a report that was never true," whatever. But it does put things in people's minds.
Well, here can also be the reason why you would do that is you would say we're only taking a first round pick.
True.
And so you say
True.
that's how we're going to eliminate that issue
Yep.
is Bradley is worth the first round pick and nothing else.
Yep.
Fair enough. You take that deal if it's on the table. I don't know if it is. Should I try it in the Madden League right now and just be like, hey, a bunch of people offered me a first round pick for Rashawn Gary, and just see what happens?
Well, you shouldn't have told the world
Yeah.
your plan.
fair.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kind of an issue.
Yeah, most
Maybe
of
I'll
those
do
guys
it.
listen to your
Yeah.
show. Did you
But-
know
They're
that?
actually probably not listening right now.
They're
No,
not.
they would listen
Probably
in the
having some
morning.
pints.
Yeah,
Some
surely.
pints. Surely.
And they deserve them. They, I actually, do we have that video? Oh, I forgot to say that we need that video. I saw a video of those guys. They were all sitting together at the game, and just after the pick that Kwan Williams had, just going absolutely bonkers.
Yep. Oh, and
Well,
also
there's-
just shout out to the Madden League for creating such a cool community that people met for the first time in London. Everyone traveled for it, met, hung out all weekend, and they're all best friends.
Their wives
Now.
and girlfriends
Yep,
are
yep,
friends
yep,
now.
yep.
It's
That's the wildest
Electric.
part to
Yep.
me. Like they all just bond over how much they hate the Madden League.
no,
It's garbage.
Everyone loves the Madden League, but we all hate Madden.
Oh,
No.
right.
I'm
That's
talking about the wives and
distinction.
girlfriends.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the wags.
The wags. The wags hate the.
It's just the long 8-hour drafts.
Oh,
the game
well,
every
there's
morning.
Wow, we're
Maybe
getting
it's
some
more.
chiming
peanut
from the
gallery is
room.
chiming in. Oh,
Yeah.
my
Ryan, you have
goodness.
to beg the crowd to cheer, and when Madden comes up, you don't have to say anything.
They're ready and willing to chime in.
Surprised we're not getting booze when we say the word Madden.
Madden.
Hey, boy, I feel like I'm at Mile High Stadium when the offense is on the field.
Oh, you're a real Russell Wilson,
okay.
Zach.
One last
wow.
shout out to Paul,
Paul?
who told me, he sat in front of me and he said, we use the same word for pull, pool, and Paul. The person, it's all just pool.
Pooh, like who's
Wow.
We as in Brits.
Oh, they use it. Pooh.
Yeah, he was like, you guys
Oh, he
have
didn't like being
Paul,
called a Brit.
Paul, and pool. Oh, they
Which-
don't like that?
No, he didn't like it. He corrected us.
What did he want us to
wow.
call him?
I don't remember, but I know he was
English?
didn't
A
like
Londoner?
that. I think English, maybe.
English.
English. Sorry, I'm so sorry. He's not
Englishman.
listening. But there's probably other people who don't like being
I thought you
called
said you
that.
converted him to,
He is.
so maybe he's following us.
He could be
Maybe.
following us now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
You,
That's-
watch out for Pooh.
It was like, well,
Paul.
he's like, my name's Paul.
Wait, the pool or the
Same
pool?
as
Should we
Paul
watch
and
out
Pool.
for?
Paul.
So you're on the street and you say, watch out for Pooh.
Could
Wait,
be
it
anything.
It could be a paw. It could be a person. It could be a pool.
Paul McCartney.
It could be Paul.
Could be.
Ah.
So many Pauls too. All of a sudden, there's way more
There are.
options.
There
A lot of
are.
Pauls. Those guys were so great.
Who?
All
Oh,
right.
the third song was the Beatles. I thought that was
Hey
gonna
Jude,
win.
yeah,
That seems too on the nose.
but not everybody's just visiting here. Like to some of them, it's just like, yeah, the Beatles. We like the Beatles here.
We
It's
would have got a
not,
good
oh,
sing
we're in
along
Britain.
on Hey Jude as well.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Hey Judy.
Hey,
Oh.
speaking
We're
of,
like 1 week late on learning that.
Uh-huh.
dang,
That's a
yeah,
shame.
we really messed up on that.
Hey Judy,
Uh-huh.
don't drop a
The
pass.
amount of singing that the show has
Wow.
is pretty crazy.
I was gonna say, so then I wanted to convert Sweet Caroline. I was like, oh, you could do Sweet Chub, and I was like, maybe not, maybe not. Sweet Chub
No,
of mine.
no,
Chub, chub. Good times never felt so good.
So good, so good,
God.
so good.
Oh, that's great. That's
Oh, but we're talking about Bradley.
Yes,
Bradley
yes,
Chubb.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Is
Could
he
be-
ours?
could be one of the last times.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw his
Wow.
brother at the game.
Oh,
I saw him.
Brandon was there.
Top man.
I mean, good.
Yeah.
Like good person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Former
sure.
Bronco. No,
No.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking of Bradley.
I'm thinking of Boss Bailey and Champ.
Oh,
wow. That's-
so
Your
similar.
brain
was
went
off.
back
I
only
was off.
15 years.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd trade Bradley Chubb though. I'd
For-
trade him for a first.
For a two.
Second.
Honestly, I need more. Second and a fourth. Give me a second and a fourth.
Okay. Third and a fourth.
No,
2/3.
no.
Third and 2/4.
Keep throwing a third next year.
Sure.
Do you have like a decent replacement? Just insurance guy. One more piece.
Send.
This really sounds like Matt.
Some veteran.
Wait, what do you mean a good insurance?
Just like
You're getting Bradley Chubb.
player
But if
back
like
in the
Randy
deal.
Gregory doesn't work out,
I see. Okay.
Because like you have pieces,
You
but
can
like
have that
some
one
guys
guy-
like 29.
You have Nick Benito and Jonathan Cooper and Baron Browning. You don't need a replacement.
But Barron's hurt. Like you might just need somebody to patch the hole for a couple games.
They say no.
Yeah, I'd probably still do it.
So you went on
Good
2/3 and
negotiation,
2/4? Was that what the deal was? The final offer?
No, a
2/3
third
and a
and
fourth?
2/4.
And in future third.
And if right,
Yeah.
a third this year, 2/4 this year, and 1/3 next year.
So that's equivalent to a third and 3/4 as like because a third future for a third worth. Okay,
Silly.
okay. You doing it?
Nope.
Second.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna offer you a second and a third, but
Oh,
you're
shit.
easy. You're a bad negotiator.
I take it back.
But a
Copy
second.
machines
But a
or-
second. Man, George would feel good about his draft again.
Yeah.
2/3 and a second.
And you can get into the first if you want.
Yep.
Yep.
And to me, it just goes back to what I've been saying since we started the conversation with Jerry Jeudy, which is just this is a position where you have players. Wide receiver is not,
Yeah.
but pass rusher is a position where you have players. You have, even Jonathan Cooper who has contributed. You have Nick Benito or Nick Benito, as they called him here in the game.
Did they?
Yeah, who had a strip sack.
Strip sack, yeah.
Yep. God, how do they can't recover strip sacks. Anyways, you have that. You have Baron Browning. You have Randy Gregory. So to me, it's like you're getting a little bit of a youth movement and adding to your assets to get more good young players. Hopefully, it's worth it to me.
They just don't
But
need young players is the thing. They need good veteran players. Russell Wilson's not getting any younger, you know? You're kind of in win now mode.
Is that how age works?
For the most part. Benjamin Button, isn't he from here?
Yep.
Maybe somebody caught the disease.
Is it Jack? There's a Robin Williams movie.
I never saw the movie or read the book.
Benjamin Button. Yeah, I've seen it.
I will say I've seen it in the comments a few times being like, stop trying to trade Chubb. The defense is not the problem. And that's not what you guys are talking about
This
here.
is not about what the problem is.
isn't
It's
what the
about
Broncos-
fixing the
Yeah.
problem, which is the offense. And
And-
you need assets to do that.
And so that's why. Are we done with Chubb? Chubb talk?
Sure.
Done?
Yep.
Okay. That's true. That's why the
Promises.
offense, it's like, that's what needs to do better. Are you going to trade assets on the offense with potentially making it even worse by doing that? And who is the best wide receiver on the Broncos right now? Tim Patrick's hurt. He's not on the Broncos right now. I'm talking like this week, last week, who you feel like for next week or 2 weeks from now is the best receiver.
You know the
Jerry
answer.
Jeudy.
It's Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy's your best receiver.
Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, boy.
They said he's a lot of people. We asked a lot of people today what the most British sounding name on the Broncos is, and Jerry got a lot of votes.
It wasn't
bet.
Cortland Sutton.
No, Cortland. They said that's not a British name.
Well, yeah, when you say it like Cortland. If you're like, Cortland.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how you say it if they don't name people.
I
Hear
really
that.
liked the.
Oh, okay.
Can you do my voice again?
Cortland.
Shame I sound like that.
So good. That is so good.
But yeah, it's Jerry.
Okay.
Yep.
He looked great today. He looked good last time they were out there.
Yep.
He's kind of. Is it fair to say he's building chemistry with Russell Wilson?
Very
Yep.
fair. Yep. But back-to-back weeks that he led the team in targets, too. So not only that, but Hackett likes him enough to be putting him in positions to be one of the first reads. Russ likes him enough to be looking at him. And then Jerry's no drops today, right? He was targeted
Yep.
6 times,
Yep, no
or
drops.
targeted 7 times, had 6 catches, and I don't think that one was a drop.
No.
Yeah, it's big time.
It is big time.
Hey, big time.
Big time.
Bless you, Allie. Bless
Bless
you.
you again.
You have do any numbies today?
Did I?
Big time?
I don't know. I haven't checked. So maybe that means no.
I didn't really. It was too early.
I actually loved the amount of people that we met who were like, "Where's Numby?"
Yeah,
We
too
love
cool.
that.
We
Like, that's
finally
awesome.
got it to stick.
Yeah.
It was slow to catch on, but now it's here to stay.
Yeah.
forever.
Good nickname.
Thank you.
Good
Numbies.
nickname. Do you want to introduce Ryan to the nickname you came up with him?
Are we allowed to say it?
Nope, you're not.
That's a shame.
It's too far past.
It crosses a line.
It's like
Graphic?
numbies,
What the hell?
dumbies. Doop.
I can only think of one thing.
It probably Zach.
That's probably a piece of it at the
There's
moment.
a 3-letter word that I was.
That's a piece. That's a strong piece. That's perfect because then you're R.
Oh, God.
You shouldn't succumb to these levels.
Oh, wow. And thank you for tuning in today. That'll do it. Allie is in shambles right now.
I think there's still a third segment coming.
I think I've
Oh!
hung out with you guys for far too long.
Yeah, that's probably
I
fair.
think I need a break. And we've got people nodding in the audience.
Yeah, they're kind of sick at this point.
Someone DM'd me. They sent me the nicest DM. It was like 5 paragraphs, and they said, "I've been loving this week's show. Like, the childish humor is very, very British."
Oh,
Wow.
so it's fitting.
Yes,
Okay,
So
exactly.
that
good.
means when we go
good.
back to the States, it will stop. That see,
Oh.
so you don't just do it when you're.
Surely not.
Kind of in my blood
Surely
now.
not.
Oh God.
Okay, where were we going?
I would trade Jerry Jeudy for a first, but that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to trade him at this point. But if you offer me a first, I'll take it.
Okay, and I think that's fair because I think last week when we were talking about Jerry, we were kind of talking about like second. I don't think you could have got a second for him last week. So it's like third, and then it's like, are you going to be able to replace that? You said hard no, you're not going to be able to replace Jeudy. And I'm into the point where, yeah, if you get offered a first round pick, you do it. You're not going to get offered a first round pick. So I think Jerry Jeudy is going to stay a Denver Bronco for what he's done these past couple of weeks.
The one twist in all that is that Kadarius Toney went for was it 3rd and 5th or 3rd and 6th?
I think fifth.
I think 5th. 3rd and 5th. Which, if it's a 3rd and 4th, it's kind of like a late second. And the man has never scored a touchdown before.
Yeah.
So, who knows? The receiver market has been insane for the last 18 months. So,
That's true.
we'll see. But yeah, I don't expect him to get traded because I don't think they'll get offered a first round pick.
Well, and wasn't part of the report that the Broncos got offered a first round pick for Chubb, also that they aren't planning on trading wide receivers?
Yes, but
yeah.
it did say in the report, too, it said the Broncos don't plan on trading in wide receivers unless they get a good offer.
Should I put that in the Mad League?
Yes.
Just want to put it out there. We are not planning on trading any wide receivers as the Denver Broncos, which is my team.
Oh,
is.
yeah, unless there's a good enough
Unless
offer.
Unless there's a good offer.
Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown,
Oh, not on the table.
not on the table at
Unless
all.
there's good enough
Allen
offer.
Robinson, nope. Unless.
Wait, so actually, though, tying this kind of all together, does this mean that those guys aren't on the trading block?
Yep.
Which then kind of means that Bradley Chubb is on the trading block if they didn't say the same thing about him?
Yes, they're willing
I
to
think
trade
so.
him.
And making it very well known.
Yes.
There's no way. Let's just say the first round pick offer is real. Mm-hmm. There's no way they do better than that, right?
I mean, I
Two
think
ones? Like Brian Burns?
Oh, first and a third, first and a second.
I think the report was that they were offered a first and more.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Brian Burns they turned down the two
There's
firsts for Brian Burns.
plenty of private jets out of London.
Yes, there are. And it wouldn't make sense because if you were basing this game on whether to trade him or not, you're doing it wrong in the first place. But no.
First and more?
I don't think they did that.
But that's a good lie.
Yeah, it
If you're
is.
going to lie about that, oh, we were offered a first. That seems like it's fake. We were offered a first and more. You're like,
Maybe it was just a first then or something. Yeah.
could be.
Yeah. Okay, so Jerry's not getting traded.
I don't think so.
Okay, and then KJ.
No.
KJ Hamler today, big catch. And it was interesting. They made a point of emphasis, Hackett and Russ in their post-game press conferences to say, I think it was Hackett said right before that drive, he told Russ, let's get KJ a deep one. And then earlier in the game or maybe right before that play, Russ told KJ, I'm going to come to you for a big one. And man, KJ came up big.
Yeah.
Huge. And you're starting to see that he does a great job going and getting those balls.
That's yes.
And that is maybe the best asset that he can bring to the table other than his speed. Because there's one thing to just be fast and, you have a drop issue or whatever, but When that thing is in the air, he will fight to get back to it, and he does a great job of hanging on when he gets those opportunities. Keep going to it.
He's caught them all.
Yeah.
He's caught all of them. And at this point, he's doing that every other week. I guess, yeah, I think that's fair. 47-yard catch this week. Had 1 catch for 4 yards last week. 47-yard catch the week before that. 1 for 10 the week before. And before that was the 55-yarder against Vegas. So it's every other week he's doing that. And if you do that every other week, you wind up with, whatever, 30, 25, 30 yards a game probably. Not great. But if you can get that up to 75% of the time or just add something else in there too, I can't say he's close, but you're starting to see some signs of life, you know? So you're starting to see part of why you drafted him.
Yeah.
5th?
No.
4th?
Yeah. I think so.
Man, right now he's just such a one-dimensional player, but as we just talked about, he's starting to do that really good. So
this happens to be the best option the Broncos have for moving the football.
Yeah, I'm going to go no.
Okay.
You need a third.
Yeah.
Need a third.
Yeah.
2 fourths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably worth a third, so yeah.
4th and a 5th.
Probably worth a third,
Okay.
so yeah.
We found the sweet spot there.
Yeah, and talk about 2 guys coming up huge when it's mattered the most for their future with the Broncos. Those 2, and
You know who also made some big plays today?
who?
Alberto. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, yeah, no.
You can't even trade him. You've tanked his own. You've tanked his trade value to 0.
Exactly. You've told people he's not good.
Yeah.
He's not. He can't even be
Unplayable.
our 4th string guy.
Not good.
Yep.
You were saying he's unplayable. Cannot
Yes.
play for our football team.
Yeah, exactly.
And the problem is he's basically Dulcich, but when you see what Dulcich did today, you can't say, maybe we should split those snaps a little bit.
No.
No, absolutely not. And just, another shout out to Greg for coming on the scene.
Young Greg.
And yeah, young G out there just balling. And it's just Cortland Sutton, another very disappointing game.
Yes.
It's we talked about it last year. I think last year, was the big year where it's like, boy, he just shows his potential's off the chart, but then he just drops and has these games which are duds, and now he's put 2 or 3 duds together now. And then he also had a big drop that could have come back to cost the Broncos big time. That would have been a 10-yard gain, first down on the Broncos touchdown drive. He's not blocking for Jerry Jeudy on Jerry Jeudy last week. Was it KJ this week? No, Montrell this week. It's at least there was maybe a little effort there today, but it still wasn't even close. I don't know what's going on with Cortland, but it seems like there's something.
Yeah. He could have a Vegas show for his disappearing act.
Wow.
That's mean.
That is.
It might be, but it's true.
Yeah.
He's got 50 total yards over the last 3 games.
Yes.
No
Yeah.
way. How many
Yes.
catches?
6.
How many targets?
Don't have those up.
Okay. Because I think he's getting the opportunities.
Yeah, and I think Russ obviously wanted to get him involved early.
Yeah.
And it went horribly wrong, and Russ had said, okay, maybe I shouldn't try to get him involved. So there's a little bit maybe with Russ and feeling like Tyson Campbell had, the clamps on him, which I think is a problem in itself. But Zach, you used to ask me, is he a true number 1 wide receiver? And there were times when I defended him as yes.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. That doesn't happen to true number 1s.
Yeah. Yeah. And
In one game, sure.
Right.
3 weeks, no way.
No, 100%. Because what is that an average of? He's averaging like 15 yards a game. That's nothing over his season, and he is getting the targets. 16 targets in the past 3 games.
Yeah,
for 50 yards.
So what is that per target? 3 yards per target.
Yeah, 2.5 maybe even.
Wow.
Brutal.
That is so bad.
Yeah, and they were able to win because Jerry stepped up.
And you can't say, oh, the matchup was tough or this or that or the other thing. No. 3 different matchups, 3 different games, 3 different locations.
Yeah.
Same result.
Right.
Or worse.
Exactly. And what was interesting was the other 3 big targets that we've all talked about kind of had their drives. Jerry's drive, he had the big play to set them up, and then, of course, he gets the touchdown where he's able to take it over.
Great touchdown pass from Russ.
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful.
It's a dime.
Yeah, it was perfect, right where it needed to be.
Yes.
He even hit him on the run.
Yes.
Jerry was flying, and
In
he put it right
stride.
where it needed to be. So that was the Jerry drive. Then you have, of course, the Dulcich drive. Should have ended and a Dulcich touchdown just for how big he was in that. But 78 yards on a drive by a receiver, that's huge. And then you had the KJ drive, just 49 yards on one play. So those three guys individually coming up big. And, of course, Russ, we haven't talked about him much. Coming up huge, and talk about streaky. I mean, as bad of a first quarter as you could have. Then, what was it, second to, I guess, the beginning of the fourth-ish, he went on that crazy streak where he was like 10 of 12 for a touchdown, 98 yards. And then didn't he go like 0 for 5 until that game-winning drive, when then again he was money.
Crazy. He really is streaky. And sometimes it feels like he just needs one.
Yep.
Yes.
At the beginning of the drive, and that's something that I hope Nathaniel Hackett is taking note of.
Yeah.
Just get the first one, whether it's a seam shot or a little hook over the middle. Get him one to go. Get yourself 2nd and 4, and roll from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. I wish we had Bears to go. Yeah.
Surely.
That's a new word, isn't it?
It is.
I was saying it all last night. Allie hated it.
I thought you were going to respond with that with Shirley.
She surely hated it. It seems pretty clear to me that you have to get him going early in the drive. And speaking of getting him going, like, Latavius Murray was sneaky effective today.
Sneaky. Yeah. 14 for 46.
What does that average out to?
3.3.
Yep. But when you needed him most, he was getting 4.
Yeah. That's fair.
Sneaky effective.
What were the other, I guess not running backs, but just Melvin?
Melvin was 9 for 29, so 3.2.
What were the other Melvins?
What were the other
3.2.
Melvins? Yeah. Russ
What
had
the-
17 yards on 4 carries. KJ had that 9-yarder. But, I mean,
big.
running backs combined for what?
Oh, the spot on
60.
KJ's 9-yarder was garbage.
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah, I agree. And shout out to Russ. He said he was high-kneeing his way on the 3rd down run, baby.
Let us do that. You
Let
don't
us
have
high
to-
knee?
No.
Oh, you're right.
You don't have to do that,
It's true.
We can do that
We
for
got you, man. You play well. We got you.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that whole thing for you.
Right,
You don't have to do it yourself. Have someone else do that for you. Just a little bit of advice. But he got himself ready to play, right? Like,
Yep. He did.
it was all a joke, and it was fun for everyone to have their bits and their memes. But he did what he had to do to play for his team, and he played well enough for them to win today.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely, and did it when it mattered the most. I mean, this is how this team is supposed to win. You got Russell Wilson because he's great in the fourth quarter. He was great in the drive when they needed him the most. Hit KJ, then was able to drive the team into the end zone, and then the defense did what they do as well.
Yep.
And how about K'Wan Williams? The interception with, I mean, essentially, like you said, essentially wearing a club. He's got from his elbow to his hand casted, and then the only thing that's really exposed are his fingertips and his thumb, and he's able to still get the pick.
Thumbies.
Thumbies. Welcome to the pod, K1.
Wow.
And the cool thing is, we learned from Justin Simmons after they ran that route on him earlier in the game, if you remember, and I think it was not complete anyway on that one.
It was open but dropped.
Yes. And K1 had a great game. He was right there, and then he told Justin on the side, he said, if they do that again, I'm going to pick it.
Sick.
And then he did.
Yeah. Awesome. With the cast.
Yep.
Crazy. And you needed this defense to make those type of plays.
Yep.
You really did. And if they would have just recovered the strip sack, it would have been almost like a perfect game for them in that regard.
Yeah.
Is they were finally able to step up and put the offense in great positions and save that. Like, Justin Simmons, we haven't talked enough about that. He saved the season.
He's also the reason they were in that situation.
Don't care.
Oh, you have to care. It's 3rd and 10, and he gets called for a 15-yard penalty.
That is fine.
That drive would have ended right there.
But I just mean, in the vacuum, that play saved the season.
Yeah.
Now, did he help to get them into that position in the
did
first
that.
place? Sure. But he then made up for it, and that is not an easy interception. That ball is a rocket that he launches into the air to intercept, and the game 100% turns on that. Mm-hmm. He saved it. He saved the season.
He did. Broncos aren't coming back 14-0.
No.
It would have just been, like, the vibes would have just been too bad.
Yep.
At one point, you had 88,000 people booing, it felt like.
Yeah, it did.
like.
It did.
They hated seeing Corliss Waitman,
Yes, they did. They did.
which he's from near here.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yep. But shout out to Justin. I know that I didn't see the taunting. Did you? Was it bad?
He had
was
to have
yelling in his face.
actually said something
so.
too for it to be, because he was. I mean, he was 2 feet away from him, so I mean, he wasn't up in his grill, but he was saying something. But
He
I don't
lingered
know.
Was
after
it
the play.
demonstrative?
I don't know. No idea.
Just words?
It was words.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's for taunting.
Give me a break.
Oh no, I guess you could just stand over
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
and
to
be taunting,
stand
like
over,
Jonathan
deflect.
Cooper.
Yep.
No, he wasn't standing over. It was they were both standing up, and he was saying something, and the ref was right there.
Ban taunting. Encourage taunting.
Encourage taunting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Encourage taunting.
Forget the kids.
Are
That's
we,
how
yeah, I
it's
was gonna
sports.
say, are we the XFL now?
No, we're not. That's just fine.
Are we,
It's just fine.
Are we Blitz 1998?
No. By the way, I was thinking about the fact that blitz and sack, those are very British words.
They are.
Oh,
Well, blitz is. I mean, that's a German word. Blitzkrieg. When
fair.
Blitz,
just-
great. Pop.
Well, our
Exactly,
our
yep.
tour guide said it so often yesterday. He kept saying blitz, blitz, blitz.
because it was
But
like
that
all about
he was referencing
the World War
German
II
things.
bombings. Yeah, because
Fair.
that's what they did. They just came in
Oh,
super
yep,
fast.
yep.
They blitzed.
Sack,
Yep,
that's British.
that is very British.
Is it just referring to a bag?
No, well, yes, rucksack.
Yeah, exactly. You said that to me earlier today.
I did.
He did.
But also, like, if a coach gets fired, he gets sacked.
Oh, you get so instead of canned.
Yeah, they're saying sack, hack. No, they weren't.
Oh, I was
they
gonna
weren't.
say, oh my gosh, that would have
were
been
not.
good.
They could.
Well, it would have been bad.
It would have been bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
A good bad.
A good, yeah, it would have been a good bad, and I got a good for
Ooh.
you. Our friends over at DraftKings giving you $200
They have
in
that
free
good
bets. Oh, they've got the good right now. DraftKings, $200 in free bets by using the code DNVR when you sign up for new users. Place a $5 moneyline bet on any NBA team. They win. You win $200 in your account in free bets. Also, what time do we have in Denver? 3:32 right now.
Weird.
It is weird. Prime football hour. You're
Yep.
probably getting in on some live bets on DraftKings right now. You can get in on the night game. I don't even know who the night
Play
game
some
is
bets
this
for
week.
me. I miss it so
Oh,
much.
I know. It's brutal. Tomorrow, Monday Night Football, get in. DraftKings is the place. I'm sure they're offering boosts too right now. So head to the App Store now, download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app, and use promo code DNVR when you sign up. See the terms and restrictions in our show notes.
And make sure you go get some beef from Hassel Cattle Company. They've got the franks, they've got the steaks, they've got the burgers. It's anything that you could want that's made out of beef. Hassel Cattle Company sells it, and it's not just beef, it's Wagyu beef. They raise it in Texas. It's a family farm, and they'll ship it to anywhere in the United States. They call it blue-collar American Wagyu because it's top shelf, but they also make it very affordable. Make sure you get over to HassleCattleCompany.com, secure your bag of beef, and use code DNVR20 for 20% off your entire purchase. That's DNVR20 for 20% off.
Beef Wellington? Is that a...
Definitely.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
a gorgeous cut of steak wrapped in like a puff pastry.
Yep, about as good as it gets.
With like a thin layer of maybe some mushrooms.
Oh, you're spot on.
All the goodies.
Yes.
Wow.
That would be so good with the Hassel Cattle Company cut of beef.
Man, there's nothing better than puff pastry on anything, preferably
Wow.
ice cream.
Take puff pastry on ice cream, just straight puff.
If you can. Typically, you have to get it with some garbage, apples or something, but
Oh.
typically.
Should we hit a
Straight
quick
puff.
good, bad, and confusing from today?
Oh, boy.
Sure.
Yeah, let me think.
I've
Sure.
got okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Go.
good. This is kind of a throwback one. I've been saving it.
By the way, good, bad, and confusing, taking the country by storm.
Yeah, it is. It is.
People love it.
Everyone
is.
has brought it up.
Hey.
It is. We might need to make it like a weekly thing. But yeah, the Thames River. What a great river. You go on there. You
Big
go
river guy.
up the
Yeah,
river.
you would know.
You go down the river. You've got all sorts of things all on the river. It's crazy. Like you go on the tour. Half the things you see on a tour, they're just on the river. You can see it from the river. Everything's based
true.
off the, which I guess makes sense
Well,
historically.
yep.
But what a river.
Great. Go bad.
Oh, bad. The bad is, that sound that happens on the train.
Oh yeah.
So loud.
WD-40.
Yeah.
I would say for anyone who's been in San
That was
Francisco,
Scottish?
it sounds
Yeah,
like
I don't know. It's
the
bad.
Could be a
sounds like
Scottish
the
product.
Bart.
Yes.
So loud.
The
and
Bart
just-
is way worse.
Well, yeah, but it definitely is
Really?
the closest thing I've ever
the
heard.
Bart
to
does it the whole time.
We took it for an hour once, and it was like full on migraine. Like people have to have headphones on because
Oh my
If
goodness.
like me to Ava, if I was trying to talk to her, she wouldn't be able to hear a single bit of it. Like she
my
would just see my
gosh.
mouth
I
moving.
mean, you to Henry, it's crazy. So
We would
it's,
be yelling.
it's way
Yeah.
louder,
Wow.
but it's like that for anyone who's been through that.
Yeah. But you just turn a corner and just scream. I'm not going to do it into your ears right now, but it just screeches.
All right,
It just screeches.
confusing.
Oh, sorry. It was going to be while the British people like Sweet Caroline so much, but instead it's
Neil
why?
Diamond, he's one of the crown jewels.
I don't know about that.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean he's one of the crown jewels?
You're gonna get this in a second. Work your way up there. Think of his last name.
Neil Diamond.
I had to go
Yes.
through body parts first, just the way that we've been operating this week.
Fair,
Yeah.
My backup was, why do British people want to have spikes everywhere instead of birds?
Because the only birds I've seen here are pigeons.
But still, like, would you rather see a pigeon or those spikes?
Well, would you rather have spikes above you or poop on your head?
I mean, that's an easy
that's
question.
probably
But
why.
it's not 1-to-1. It's would you like to have a 5% chance of having poop on your head, or and also a 20% chance of having a bird above your head? That could be positive or negative, or a spike, and a spike is just neutral. So does the spike up above you is neutral. Next to you is scary.
Have you ever been pooped on?
Yeah, I've been pooped on.
Whoa!
Okay, Odell Beckham.
Bird. By a bird.
Okay, doo-doo
By
man.
a bird.
Dude.
No, by a bird. We're talking in the context of birds.
Yeah.
Nothing
still.
else has pooped on me.
What about like a frog?
I've never held a
What?
frog. I would
Grasshopper?
no, they don't even do that, do
Don't
they?
hamsters poop all the time?
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I bet Butterscotch pooped on me at some point.
Gecko?
R.I.P.
No,
Butterscotch?
I wouldn't touch that either. Yeah,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Butterscotch. But seriously, why do British people want spikes everywhere instead of birds?
Pigeons are ugly. We hate ugly animals.
So are spikes.
All ugly animals are hated by humanity.
Wow,
Okay.
that is
All right.
sad. Okay,
Wow.
good. Good is the atmosphere today. We already talked about it, but got to give another shout out to the atmosphere. The bad. Oh boy, I had one. Everywhere closes at 11 here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's messed
That
up.
does suck.
I feel like I would
Not
understand.
everywhere, but everything outside of like the main city center.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're still like in the city, but I guess maybe not the very main city part. But at 11, everything's shut down. And I would understand that if it was like a nice little countryside place and
Yes.
you're like, okay, well, everything just closes early. No, we're in London.
Seriously, these people are animals. You
And
can't
it-
tell me they're all asleep right now.
All the
It's
pubs
true.
Close at 11, but the clubs stay open longer.
Oh,
But then even
okay.
restaurants.
But
like,
even
will
still,
close, yeah.
you want to be hanging out with people and not at a club necessarily.
Totally.
Yes.
So that
I don't wanna be at a
that's,
club ever.
That's a bad. We like your city a lot. We don't want to be sleeping through it. So good, bad, and then confusing. I had one. You go.
Okay, good. I think we already used the public transportation system, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to say good is the fact that NFL fans from all over Europe come for this game.
That's true.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, some of them are just getting into the game. Some of them, like, I saw a guy in a Bengals jersey, and I was like, "Oh, like, what time do the Bengals play?" He's like, "Oh, lad, I have no idea."
Or I would go around and say "Go Birds" people in Eagles jerseys, and they would look at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, you're not."
I wonder how they choose them then.
This guy literally said, "Oh, yeah, my friend who is a big football fan just bought this for me and said I'm a Bengals fan."
The guys in
great.
front of us too. So one of them said that they all put all the NFL team names in a hat and then drew, and then that's how they became fans.
Wow.
And then someone else said that it depends on what their first game ever watching is. So if they first watch the Broncos
Yeah, fair.
Jags game, then they're like, oh, okay, and then they choose from there. But it is very interesting.
Yeah, that's how I feel like Allie and I are going to go to the Leeds game next weekend. And it's like, I've seen a bunch of Premier League games, but I feel like once I've gone to a game, like, I'll just be...
That's your team.
That's my team forever. Yeah. Probably. We'll see. But that's my good. It's so cool. I just love seeing everything. We hit all 32 teams before we even went into the stadium. Lexi was charting them down, getting all of them. Guess what the last team was?
The
hardest team to find.
Oh boy, because it's clearly an easy-ish one.
And it's just jerseys, right?
Only jerseys counted.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily an easy one.
Okay.
Well, it's easy. Yeah, it is. Well,
Okay. I mean, all of them are.
there's no way you could get through 10 without guessing it.
Oh, so it's hard to guess.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not hard to guess. I'm confused. The Jets.
No.
Nope.
New York.
New York.
Well,
New York.
Okay, yeah. Stupid.
Oh, that's
New
right,
Dumbies just
Dumbies.
dropped.
That's Dumbies. Dumbies
49ers.
No.
No, we got that
So
one.
many 49ers.
They're everywhere.
You want to give up this?
Oh, so it's an easy one.
What was the
That's what I
last
said.
jersey they
Browns.
saw? Yeah,
That was
Close.
second to last, right?
that was pretty good.
Third
Browns
to last.
was?
third.
Okay, Bengals. Well, no, 'cause you
Joe
saw
Burrow.
that guy.
They
Yeah.
In the
played
Super
in the
Bowl.
Super Bowl last year.
Okay.
New fans everywhere.
Getting stupid.
Dumbies.
Okay, help me out, Hank.
All right.
No,
You're
I knew what the last three were.
Oh,
You told
you
me
know it
earlier.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Give me a little hint. Bad team.
Really bad organization.
Really bad organization.
Oh,
I guess.
really bad. Oh, the Commanders.
I don't think we ever saw
Solid
a
guess.
Commanders jersey, but we did see
I did.
the
I
prior
did.
team.
I actually have
Oh,
a
you
video
did?
of it. Just in case we
Really
didn't-
bad. So a terrible team. So I'm trying to think of the Panthers.
No. Do you give up?
Yeah.
Texans.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Although big city.
True.
So that was my good. Really cool to just see that. I don't know. At first, I didn't think I would like it. And the more I was around it, I was like, this is actually sick. It's like an
Yeah, I
NFL
agree.
convention for international fans.
Yeah, agree.
Bad. Wembley, really cool stadium. A lot of great things about it. But it is built so far outwards. We got to go more vertical. I was just sitting in my seat, and I was looking at someone like across the field from me, and I was like, that person's like half a mile away from me. That's insane how far away they were. So just a little more vertical on there.
Yeah.
Confusing. We learned. Did it get really quiet around here?
Yeah, everyone left.
Yeah, they all went to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Losers.
We have
I
two
think the
people in
street
here,
outside.
and not because they want to be in here, because we are
'Cause it's
in their
their room.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's
real
more
shame.
in the YouTube. Confusing.
Over 500 people watching.
Hey, really quick, would you please hit us with a thumbs up?
Yeah.
We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes.
Our mates who are sitting by us, they said that during Premier League games, can't drink beer in the stands.
What?
Oh, what?
So I asked someone, I was like, so why are you an American football fan? And he was like, oh, well, one of the reasons is because we can get drunk during the game. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, Premier, we can't drink down here. We have to drink up there. So he said that they go and try and get really drunk up at the top and then run down and then they go back up. And it's like hectic. And he's like, I love that I can just sit here and drink.
So
Yeah.
they
Wow,
sell the
okay.
beer on the
Beer
Concord
gardens.
things?
You have to be like inside of a little like area.
Oh my gosh. I
Couple
feel like that
reasons.
creates dangerous habits.
Well, one, they don't want them to be able to throw the beers at
Oh,
people.
okay. Yeah.
Two, they feel like it'll cut down on drinking a little bit.
Yeah.
If they make it a little bit harder, and those are the two. There wasn't a third.
Yeah. Those are the two. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But then doesn't that also hurt the revenue?
Hey, that's what I said it must.
Except that you wind up with all those drunk fans and the chaos that ensues. Like
that's
you
true.
forget, soccer fans are animals.
I'm excited
Oh, yeah.
to go
Hooligans.
They
see
are.
the game.
They're hooligans. Exactly. That's where that term comes
Comes
from.
from, well, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. But
What,
yeah,
what are we going to see on?
We'll just see.
we'll
Okay,
see.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Tell us in the chat.
Yeah. So that was confusing to me, but then I learned it. I understood why. One other thing, I'm so jealous of the way that they chant and sing and everything. But they were like, it's cool, but it kind of sucks. You don't talk to your mates the whole game. You just sing the whole time. So they were like, the best part about football, drink in the stands, talk to your friends the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense when you put it like
Yeah.
that. But then I think as American fans, we look at that and we're like, man, wouldn't it be so cool to have chants
Yes.
and songs going the
Yep.
whole time?
We should find the happy medium.
Right,
Like,
a little bit.
Chants and songs a lot, not start to finish.
Which is funny about that is Hank was the one that noticed this, but they were doing a defense chant when the Jags defense was on the field, and they were doing it during the timeout break, and then right when like Russ got in the huddle, they stopped doing it. It's like, no. You're supposed to keep that going when he's in the huddle, when they're on the field. So they haven't figured out that home field advantage yet.
Fair enough.
My confusing, Hank and I trying to get out of the stadium today.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
There's always
was
something.
a nightmare. We went down
Stairs?
we went down a bunch of stairs, and then we found exit doors. It says push to open. We pushed, and it didn't open. Push, and it didn't open. So we went back up around to the press box.
It's like 5-6 lights.
Oh, yeah. And then we ended up having to just, like, go to, like, this private party event and then kind of cut through it in order to get out. That was confusing.
It was awful.
Get hooked up with the private partier at all?
No.
There was a guy wearing number 9 Broncos jersey.
Riley Dixon.
Very drunk. But he did help us.
He did help us.
Custom
player?
jersey.
Oh,
I thought it was
one.
going to be Kendall Hinton, though.
Yeah, he was saying, what was he saying? He's like, where are you trying to go? And I was like, down, out. We want to leave. And I had to say it like 2-3 times. And the last one I just said, the street. We're trying to go to the street. And he was like, oh, go that way and you'll know where you are. And it's like, no, we've never been in the stadium. We don't know where we are. Then as we were walking down at the bottom of the escalator, that there were 2 guys kind of like shoving each other. One was old.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't want to fight me, mate. And the guy's like, I probably do.
And the guy that said that, I probably do, was blackout falling over on this planter, like being held up.
There's a lot of like
funny.
sparring here. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's like,
Remember the slappers
we're both
on the
drunk.
street?
Like let's just spar a little bit.
Those guys were slapping on the street.
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know, but one guy got slapped, and then there was a guy trying to break it up, and he's like, no, he slapped me, I gotta slap him. And like the guy
I
was
think
like,
the dude let him.
all right.
And they're all like reshuffling.
And then he smacked him, and he was like, okay, that's enough. And the guy's like, no, I want more.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, did we ever tell the bike story?
No.
We
We got
bike
ran down.
story.
The stolen bike story.
If we don't tell it now, we probably never will.
So true. We better get it out.
I almost died.
So we were all waiting.
First time on the streets.
Yep. It really was. It was an interesting first impression. We're all just standing on a wide sidewalk, waiting for some people to come out of a store. And out of the corner of our eyes, we're like one store in from the corner, kind of. Out of the corner of our eyes, a bike, an electric bike, kind of peels out. It's trying to pick up speed, and this dude chasing it is sprinting. And this is an electric bike with a little cart on the back to like deliver things, to deliver food. And you guys can take over.
Yeah, so at first I didn't notice the guy running after it. So I just saw this guy whip around, and I was like, oh, he's just like one of
going
those
real
guys who
fast.
bikes around really fast, but he knows what he's doing. But he's just heading straight for Allie. Straight for Allie. And like she's like stepping, I also grab her and pull her out of the way. But it's to the point where he was so close to hitting her that he had to slam on the brakes.
Yep.
And so then the guy who's chasing after it catches up to him, grabs him, throws him off. At this point, we still have no idea what's happening.
Yes.
We thought they were friends. They were like joking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was like, okay, I'll race you home, and one guy's on foot, the other's on a bike.
Then the guy who was on the bike is like freaking out, like just cursing out this guy for saying like, you almost made me fall. He has this like plastic thing. I would compare it to like an umbrella cover.
Yep.
Just smacks him in the face with it. Smacks him in the
And
face
this guy's
with it again. The guy just eats it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
even flinch.
Yeah.
He just like pushes him away, gets back on the bike and starts riding away. We're like, wait. That guy stole that guy's bike? The guy who smacked him was the bike thief?
Yeah.
And the bike thief was mad at the guy for making him almost fall.
Almost making him crash by chasing after
You almost hurt me.
Like, you stole my bike.
And then they very peacefully went on their way.
Yeah, the guy got off the bike and walked
Walked
away.
away, like, took his L.
Didn't he give him one more smack on the way out, I think?
And then the other dude went right back to Taco Bell and fulfilled his order.
he
Which
did.
he deserved the biggest tip.
And we all just stood there being like, wait, what?
It took me so long to
happened?
process it.
Yes,
Like we had to talk about it the whole walk home to
Yeah,
figure out what
yeah,
was
yeah.
really happening.
Yeah,
And
it's
we,
true.
in a way, kind of stopped that crime by standing so widely in that sidewalk.
It's true.
Yes, Americans
Yeah.
are always in the way.
Yeah.
Yes, we did some really
Yeah.
good work on that one.
But sometimes it can be beneficial.
Yep. Quick update from David Price, who just tweeted at me. Said, "Hi, RK. So the Sweet Caroline obsession comes from the fact that the song is the unofficial fan song for the England international soccer team. Ugh, hate using the word soccer. LOL. And is sang as such at all their matches. So it's there.
Okay,
it's
okay,
their,
okay.
There you go.
Makes sense.
What's
That
the
does.
word? Say it and so.
Anthem?
No.
Blink
Song.
182.
Yep. We're gonna
Carry
get there.
me home.
All the small things?
There
All
it
the small
is.
things.
Oh, I
So
thought you were
confused as to
thinking.
what you were
yeah.
asking.
I thought you were talking about
Like,
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah.
their song.
It's
Or,
just their version of that.
It's
Yeah.
crazy though. Like as soon as they start that song, it's like, oh, everybody stands up.
Yep.
Like time to stand up and sing "Sweet
so no
Caroline."
wonder
Like,
it won.
what is that?
Yep. Good national anthem too. And
Yeah,
they just changed the lyrics.
That's
That's crazy.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Goes from God Save the Queen to God Save the King.
Thank
That's crazy.
goodness
Overnight.
those words are so similar.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
What if, yeah.
What if you had to rewrite the whole thing?
The monarch? That would
Yeah.
work.
What if king was replaced with the word monarch?
Yeah.
Be a terrible song.
It wouldn't flow quite the same.
my confusing was the fact that you can only enter into the stadium where your gate is.
Yeah.
And then the signs were like, oh, but the gate is pretty wide. So if you go in the wrong side, then you have to walk. We had to walk in the
we did
entire
a full
stadium
loop.
Wow.
to get to ours because the directions were saying, and you could only get in that way. So that was confusing. The bad was, I guess it's kind of bad, but really the way that everyone gets there is through the train. So going out, it was so cool because there was hundreds and thousands of people in the streets, but the tube was insane. So we had to stay back, wait a little, wait for these guys, and let the trains kind of calm down because there was thousands of people trying to get on the trains.
An
That was,
hour after the
overwhelming.
game, Spencer and Kyler were like, there's still 5,000 people
Oh
online for
my
these
gosh!
trains.
Wow!
was crazy.
One more good. $7.50 for a pint at the game.
Wow!
Which is funny
That's
because last
great.
night people were complaining about how expensive that was for the stadium. People from London
What stadium?
were complaining that
Wembley?
paying $7.50 for beers was expensive.
That's
Bro.
the
£7.
power of the dollar. Power of the dollar, though.
Well, that was pounds. So
Exactly.
it's probably a little more than that, but still.
Oh no, but that's why. That's why, you go and get those sandwiches. They're massive from the store, and it's like, oh, $4 for this.
Oh,
It's because
right.
a
Because it
year
used to
ago
be a
they'd be
lot.
like,
Oh,
that would be
yeah,
like
yeah,
$7.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was,
But still,
we
yeah.
pay. But in Denver, you could easily pay $16. For
Oh
Yeah.
beer.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Ron here said, I thought this was a football podcast, not three guys talking about themselves and their vacation to London.
Why did he think
Ron,
that?
About
we've
football
been
so
going
much.
for an hour 30. Maybe tune back into the football talk way
Wow,
earlier.
you got
true.
sassy out.
Oh, you don't want us to go.
Really quick, have we given a shout out to our friends at Sports Fan? I honestly
have
don't
not,
remember.
no.
No,
Oh,
we
shout
have
out to our friends
not.
at Sports Fan. We had an awesome tailgate. Yes.
Kylie wore a sick
Oh, yeah.
Broncos baseball jersey from Sports
Yep.
Fan today. Got complimented on it endlessly.
Yep. And so if you want that, check them out over at Sports Fan. We had an awesome tailgate today. We have our tailgates in Denver in Sports Fan parking lot, and you get 10% off when you go from our tailgate to Sports Fan. So make sure to check them out on game day. Also, they have 2 locations on the 16th Street Mall, 4 locations in total in Denver, also in Park Meadows Mall. So check them out, and they have so many cool things. Like you said, exclusive, different type of things.
Also, I realize some people might not be interested in our shenanigans in London, but all the people I've met who are from here or from Europe have loved it, and
Yep.
this week is for them more than anyone.
Yep.
Europe week.
So,
Totally. And with that, my good just summed up in this comment from Chris Fillmore.
Hey,
Yeah.
a guy.
He
what a
said,
guy.
As I was walking away from the stadium after the game
man.
today, I got chatting to an American Bronco fan. After a beat, we both noticed we were wearing DMVR London pins. No longer strangers, but family.
Oh, man, you're
Hell
making you're giving me goosebumps. That's
that
awesome.
That sums up all the good from this whole trip.
It's the absolute best. It's the
Yep.
coolest thing ever.
Yep.
Yep.
It really is.
All right, 4-segment show. We still have super chats. to
Yes,
hit.
we do. Yes, we do.
Whoa.
All right.
How many do we have?
We have 6.
Oh, reasonable.
Could have gone any which way.
Yep.
66.
We will start off with Noah, $2 super chat. Just said, big pod, boys.
Hey, thank you, Noah.
Big pod.
Big
Big
pod.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Noah.
Then Joel asked, will the new owners pay up for Chubb to stay?
They certainly can.
Yeah,
if they want to.
they would. That's
they
not
don't
really
trade
the
him.
issue.
It's not
No.
their. It's also not their decision.
Yeah, and that the money's not an issue. But one more thing in that Adam Schefter report, he said if a team trades for Chubb, they will want an extension in place or have extension talks already going on. And then it also said if he stays with the Broncos, they will start extension talks.
Everyone loves a Chubb extension.
Oh, wow. Yes. Especially when you can hammer it out quickly.
No.
Right.
All right. Kyle says, gotta admit it and eat my crow. Didn't think the Broncos would pull it out. In fact, had zero faith, even on the final drive, that there was a chance. Glad I was wrong. Have a safe trip home, guys.
What was your confidence level at 1st and 10 beginning of that drive?
Nope. Not very
it wasn't good.
I
Not
wanted to
very good.
delete the score prediction thing we put on Instagram. I'm like, oh, God.
I thought they could tie it up.
We all said Broncos win. We were all
Hell
right.
yeah, baby.
I would say I was at a 3, maybe. Once they completed
optimistic.
that pass, I felt great.
Yeah, the
To
KJ.
KJ.
Yeah. I agree. And Ryan, I'm gonna be an honorable man, and never mind.
Don't do that.
Nope, I won't.
Okay, fair
Well,
enough.
good.
Well, I for sure thought you picked the Saints to beat the Raiders.
Didn't.
Nah, you didn't. You, of all people,
What's
this was your
wrong
time
with
to
you?
take the Saints.
What's wrong with
this
you?
was your time to get a game up on us.
What's wrong with you?
We
It
all
was
took
a
the Raiders.
shutout.
We all lost, but that's good news.
Okay, wait. I wanted to play a game. I don't know a single thing that happened in the NFL today. You guys could just tell me anything, and I wouldn't know if it was real or not.
Okay.
But we can do
I
this
told
after
you
Super
something
Chats.
and didn't tell
Yeah,
them.
well, now I
hopefully
know
it's not
2
this.
things.
So we can tell them that one. Should we keep the super chats going?
Yeah,
The
keep
Jaguars beat the Broncos. True or false?
going. False.
Ah, you know something.
Hey.
Chad Powers said, had a great time, guys. Thanks for putting together a great weekend.
Chad, thank you for coming.
It was just meeting everyone was
It was awesome.
one of the greatest experiences.
Throughout the whole trip.
Yes.
The beginning of the trip and towards the end with the events.
Random people in the tube, people that came to the event, people at the Broncos Europe event last night. It was just like incredible.
All right. Valley Bandit said, I really like KJ and what he can be. If they can keep stretching the field with him, is he worth keeping, worth waking up early this morning?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. And it's good to see some consistency come with that. And that's what I really like. And man, I'm happy the Broncos turned it around because in that first quarter, everyone was tweeting, I woke up early for this.
They were Sir Whiny on Twitter again.
I'm glad I couldn't load tweets during that
Oh,
time.
yes.
All right. Next one from BK. He said, halfway home and my pager's blowing up. Russ threw a bomb to KJ. I got to say, it was a good day. Ice Cube.
We got
Hey.
We're still
Oh.
working with pagers?
Pager. Oh, can you send a super chat on a pager?
BK, let us know.
Wow.
Super pager.
I bet it was blowing up though.
You think
With
he has a
tweet
smart
notifications?
pager?
Yeah. Yeah, like what?
There has to be like smart pagers.
Pagers, great invention for its time.
For its time.
Yeah, boy, now you think of that and you're like, someone texts me on my phone and I have to go to another device in order to contact them back.
Yeah, and it's not even a text. It just has a number.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
This,
true.
this number is trying to reach you.
Over 2 million pagers in use today as of 2022
In America?
Wow.
in the world.
I thought you were
Okay.
going to say over 2 million
That's
people
better.
watching us right now. I was going to say, wow, is right.
We
So
went
let us be the
international.
first to tell you that pagers are not only alive and well, but they are the backup communication source relied upon by people who absolutely have to be accessible.
Oh, like doctors on
Doctors,
call.
yep.
BK is a
Okay.
big deal.
BK is a big deal.
Dr. BK.
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. BK.
Jacob here said, Russ looked like he got his swag back today. The amount of criticism from the national media during this time must have been weighing heavily on him. The post-game Let's Ride felt like Russ giving everyone who doubted him the finger.
Yeah, he also
Yeah.
tweeted Let's Ride.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it.
Let's Ride is so back.
Let's Ride is
it
so
is back,
back.
baby.
There was a Paul, my friend Paul.
Paul.
He said, like, what's the thing? What's the thing we say? And I was like, most people just say, like, go Broncos, but the new thing is let's ride.
Yep.
So then he only said them together every time. Just go Broncos, let's ride. That's the whole rest of the game.
And he
great.
wanted to say let's ride after every single thing. And I was like, maybe not the best time to say that. And he's like, what? We have to ride with our guy the entire time.
Yeah.
An
Like,
interception.
all right.
Let's ride.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Also, Premier League teams don't have cheerleaders, which creates an interesting dynamic in the stands.
It creates a conversation, I'm sure.
Wait.
Speaking of Premier League,
with people that are seeing cheerleaders for
Yeah.
the first time. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
just-
yeah.
someone in the comments, I'm sorry, I don't remember seeing where your comment was, but they said to call it Prem
The Prim. Yeah.
instead
Prem.
of shortens it a little bit.
The Prem.
Or the
Oh,
Premiership.
that was my confusing. Advertisement
That's right.
Advert.
is
Advert.
advert here. Okay, if we're gonna shorten it,
We double shortened
We
it.
did better.
why don't we just go to ad?
Ad.
Well, they did it first. We were like, we'll one up you.
Oh,
They should honestly just adopt ours.
they should.
They probably
If they want
would
to keep
understand.
advertisement, that's fine. But if you want to shorten it, just go all the way.
It sounds cooler though. It's a lovely advert.
I think it sounds a little
Ad.
creepy.
Okay.
Very interesting. Another like shout out, I guess that I would say, is the fact that we stayed up to watch this Buffs game. 1 a.m. or when did it
3.
start?
Oh, it started at 12:30.
12:30, didn't end till 3. We did not go to sleep till 3. And
a little after
I already
that, yeah.
had so much respect for fans abroad, but like that was a 5 o'clock game back in Colorado.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine Sunday night football for some of these guys, Monday night football, any of those.
And those are crazy. Then you think of the Serbian Jokic fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like
Who do
shout
this
out to
82
all
times a year.
Yeah.
fans
Wow.
abroad of American teams. Like you guys are true fans.
Yep.
To be able to stay up or even watch this show.
It's pretty cool.
Like
Yeah.
at the
Yes.
times that we
Even
do
at
it.
the expense of your sex life.
Wow.
Yes, we did that.
Feel bad.
That was
we
us.
we did that.
Do you think somebody's listening to us right now?
Yeah.
Do-
Yeah, no.
I don't.
in
Congrats.
what setting?
Just
Can you explain it
just
for me?
Celebrating the win.
celebrating the win.
Sipping on some sweet nectar.
No.
Oh no, because Hank is sipping on sweet nectar right
it
now.
is reproductive.
Also, I have to give a reverse shout out, an unshout out,
Anti-shout out.
an anti shout out to the two of you.
Oh.
Late night in bed.
Whoa.
The last text message I sent was "Go Buffs" and "Go Montana football."
Montana had already
Didn't even
lost.
know Grizz.
and
Go Montana football.
and I got 0 texts back.
I did realize that this morning. I did realize that this
Wow.
morning. There was some. We were on
lost.
some
I didn't-
bullshit. Yeah.
We got Zach to say go Buffs though.
I did. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it says
That's
"Go Montana,
great.
go see
Gotta
you" at
appreciate
12:21
With an exclamation mark.
with an exclamation mark.
Yep.
At that point, Montana had already lost again, making it 3 straight. They're 5 and 3.
And the Buffs lost as well. No, I wasn't
Yeah.
in the mood. To,
It was a great game for the Buffs.
it was.
Yeah.
They lost by 8.
Covered
Top
the spread.
loss.
Yeah, yes. No, it was an incredible night for the Buffs.
Yeah.
It was a sad night for me.
Clutch punt return touchdown.
Actually, that
right.
happened in the
Fourth?
Montana game too.
Yeah.
They,
Oh, really?
yeah, punt return touchdown with 5 minutes left. It pulled within 4.
Buffs had
Wow.
4 minutes left, pulled him within 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's sick, like 88 yards or something.
Should you do the NFL game?
Oh.
We got a super chat.
Yeah.
Michael said, big super chat from Michael, $50. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
He
Michael.
said this was a big win for the Broncos before next week's bye. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's
That's
ride. I never want this pod to end. 'cause
I
then
know.
It's like our
I
last
agree.
pod in
This is
London.
great.
Yeah.
We're at an hour 40.
All right, quick game of did this actually happen in the NFL today?
Did this happen in the? So we just tell you things.
Yep.
Like end results.
It could be anything.
Okay. The New York Jets went to 6-2 by beating the New England Patriots at home. Wow. The New York Jets.
I'm going to say Bill didn't allow that to happen.
Bill did not allow that to happen. Bill now has the second most wins in NFL history.
Oh.
Wow. That's a good stat, Zach.
Hats off, Bill.
Thank you. Yeah, 22-17.
Okay.
Pats are 4-4.
Oh, weekly.
That's fitting for them. That's where they should be.
Yeah, probably.
I have one.
Okay.
Did the Philadelphia Eagles go to 7-0 on the year?
I do know this
Yeah,
one.
That was things Ryan wasn't supposed to know.
Yeah, I do know that one.
I actually had a few people come up to me and say the Eagles are now becoming their second team because they hear me on the show. So shout out to you guys. Go Birds.
Hey.
These folks are easily won over.
They are.
I turned guys from Jags to Broncos fans in minutes.
That's true. That's impressive.
How about PJ Walker was a top 5 passer in terms of yards.
Seems like you did that. It seems like yes.
No, he's 6. He's 6.
Oh.
317.
Wow.
Yes.
Did Derrick Henry, in the first 3 quarters of football, outrush Travis Etienne today?
No.
Correct. Well, actually, we don't fully know that yet. 3 minutes left in the third. Derrick Henry has 149 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson,
Scared for 2 weeks.
famous for his win over the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Top 3 in NFL passing yards this week.
No.
Second. 355.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he could complete 3 passes for 55 yards last week.
Okay,
Wow.
but
Well, he completed
2
nearly 50% this week.
I was going to say. And 2 touchdowns to go along with 3
3.
interceptions.
yeah.
So it's
All
not
right.
like he was good. Okay,
Oh.
Allie, no.
Did a wide receiver throw a touchdown pass
At any point today?
at any point today?
I don't feel like you have the information to back this up.
Probably an eagle.
All I give is Eagles facts.
I'm
I
gonna
was
say-
watching it in the tube.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, Christian McCaffrey threw
Oh,
a.
that's a running back.
Oh shit!
Oh.
But also a wide receiver.
Yeah, it's true. Wait, what happened in that game?
He threw a TD pass,
2.
35-yard to Brandon
Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Oh, the game's still going on. Maybe we could pull it up.
Oh man, what a mistake!
Oh, no,
by
we
me.
can't.
That's embarrassing.
That's fine.
I'm tired, guys. I'm tired.
I mean,
I've-
Ed
I've-
McCaffrey, wide receiver, it happens.
I've got
Yeah.
the last one when we're ready. I'm not trying to rush us,
okay.
but I know the last one.
Travis Etienne, the NFL's leading rusher today.
So far. Yes.
Yes. 156. Second is Tony Pollard with 131.
Second is Derrick Henry with 148.
This has not been updated.
Yeah, he has 149. You don't believe it?
No, I believe it.
Man, the Titans, weren't they bad at the start of this? They got embarrassed by the Bills. They're about to be 5-2.
Can I just get a quick around the AFC West before I know the last one?
No, because that is the last one.
Okay, send it.
The Las Vegas Raiders
You guys
Got
kinda spoiled this one.
shut out.
Yes.
Yeah!
Let's
And
go.
that is your around the AFC West. Chiefs cannot win this week. Chargers cannot win this week. They are both on bye weeks.
Broncos only team
Yeah!
to get a win. Tweet it, Numbies. Tweet it, Numbies.
It's coming.
Let it breathe.
Wow.
Let's go. Oh, this is great.
Oh, baby.
If I could almost cry just putting a
Yeah,
wrap,
I
putting
agree.
a bow on this week. Like I said earlier, truly one of the best weeks of my life. This has been so cool to our entire crew from top to bottom.
it was a great crew.
It was 11 deep. We
Yeah.
were here. Everyone was so fun to hang out. Actually, 12
Yeah.
because we
got
added
to
8.
12.
Yeah.
We got to 12.
So 12 deep was the DNVR crew out here, and everyone was awesome. Everyone we ran into, the bars that we were able to partner
the
with,
camera battery died.
everything.
Oh.
Forget the fucking camera.
Forget it.
It's how long we've been
The
going.
people
New York.
of London, whether they knew us or they didn't, just an incredible experience. I can't thank anyone and everyone who participated in it enough for making it happen. And I think that's going to wrap it up for us.
Let's ride, baby.
All
That's
right.
right.
We'll see you guys back in Denver.